Classic Truck Rescue. Got the mole hooked up behind Gopher, got the truck inspector general with me. We're heading out to Eugene, Oregon today. I had a viewer get a hold of me with a little tidbit of information that I have to act on. You gotta go now. There's some property getting shut down, it got sold. A bunch of stuff on there is gonna get crushed, and one of the things there is a 1955 GMC Suburban, GMC's version of the Cameo carrier made by Chevy, but the GMC version was a little fancier. Had a lot more chrome on it, a little more horsepower under the hood. This one is the V8 Hydromatic option, and gotta run down there. I've scraped every penny that I could together. This is a truck that I'll make some money on, and it'll help me towards my shop. By the way, all the comments about get back to work on the shop, just because I'm not making videos on the shop doesn't mean I'm not working on it. But it takes money to keep paying bills, building the shop, and so I've scraped everything I got together. I don't know if I have a deal on the truck yet. Hopefully I will. And let's go get it before someone else does. It's my friend Scott Siner. Viewer that got a hold of me. You do watch the channel, right?
That was actually the first time I've seen it.
Oh, anyway. He got a hold of me about a 55 GMC Suburban, which is GMC's equivalent to the Cameo carrier. But GMC only made either 300 or 330. This might actually help us figure that out.
It's debatable on the internet.
Yeah, it's debatable.
Yeah.
But this one's been pushed around. By the way, I just talked to Jim. He said, well, I moved it out by the gate, and I'm like, oh, no, because...
Well, hopefully it didn't damage it too much.
Yeah,
further.
I think I said something about, I hope you didn't push it with the tractor again, and he was silent for a minute. But anyways, this thing's been abused a little bit, to say the least, but definitely worth going and looking at, and I appreciate Scott for telling me about it. He knows that I bought one about a year and a half ago that didn't have a bed on it, and he's a lot of this stuff's probably going to end up getting smashed, right?
On this truck?
All this stuff on this property.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be off this property by the end of this month, which is like 24 days or something, like cutting it a little close.
Got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, so we're going to check out Scott's 57 Chevy short bed step side, right? Yeah. And empty the puppy, and then we're going to run over there and load this thing up. We'll be back. Be sweet. This is Scott's 57 Chevy right here.
That's an $800 paint job 20 years ago.
Yeah?
Or more than 20 years ago.
It's holding up pretty good. How long have you had this thing, Scott?
I've had this about 3 years, but this was my best friend's truck. When we were in high school, his dad owned it, and it was...
So you guys probably drove it around quite a bit when you were in high school.
Yeah, the thing was primered, and primered black, and it had black velour seats, and this truck actually went on the power tour in 1998.
Oh wow!
And
that's cool.
That's why I ripped all the wiring out, because it actually caught on fire underneath the dash.
Oh.
On the power tour.
Oh, so you didn't make it all the way back?
So they made it. They just patched it together, and then they never fixed it. So it was just really just witch's knot and just.
Yeah, gotcha.
So. I pulled all the wiring out.
Boy, it is pretty though. Well, the good news is there's not a whole lot to the wiring on these.
Yeah, and that's what I do for a living.
Oh yeah? Oh, I like the taillight treatment.
Yeah, it's old school. They Frenched those in. He bought.
What are those out of?
That's a '66.
It's a Pontiac, yeah.
Le Mans that they Frenched in there.
Le Mans taillights.
They're not bad. It's a little.
I like it.
It's a little goofy, but you know. It's
that's cool. I wouldn't kick it off my property. A big back window.
And it's got Oldsmobile front end, which is pretty much a Camaro
subframe type deal.
Yeah, like a wide body Camaro.
Gotcha.
And then it's got some crazy gear ratio in the back. It's like 270 something.
Oh, so it goes down the highway real good then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working on it. I mean, it didn't even run when I got it, and I hadn't seen it for maybe like 3 or 4 years, and it sat in Idaho up in and got snowed on for like 3 years. So,
is that where you went to high school, up in Idaho?
I went to high school just down the street from here.
Oh, how'd it wind up in Idaho?
Well, my friend moved around.
Oh,
and he had a whole car collection. He had 56 T-Bird that his grandpa bought brand new. That was all original, not original paint, but original interior, and he had a Corvair, and that was all tricked out, if there's such a thing. And
yeah, well, I've seen some tricked out Corvairs. Usually it involves putting a V8 in the back seat. Nice.
I got the air cleaner. It's just
aluminum radiator.
I put the radiator in because when I
Power
got
steering, power brakes.
it was leaking.
HEI, Edelbrock. Yeah,
It's
nice.
it needs a little work. I put slowly but surely.
Hang on to it, my friend. They are doing nothing but going up in value.
I
And
feel like they kind of went down a little bit.
No.
Seems like these things were
No.
unobtainable back in the day. But
No, I started doing this 10 years ago. Actually, about 12 years ago now. And I remember you used to be able to go on Craigslist and find them all over the place for $700-800. Now, trucks that I was paying $700 or $800 for 10 years ago are going for $3,000 or $4,000. This truck right here, the way it's done up, is over $10,000 easy. Very easy.
yeah, I almost lost this truck because it was in San Jose 3 years ago, and it was supposed to get shipped up here, and somehow a tow truck company got involved and picked it up at the apartment complex and towed it to their lot, then towed it to this other lot, and I didn't realize they weren't the same company.
And started adding up money on you?
No, I didn't know who had the
Oh,
truck. And I didn't know the name of the company that was supposed to ship it up here. They could have walked away with it. I mean, I had no idea. The guy who picked up the pickup, he's like, oh, I just picked it up and dropped it off. And the other people were like, I couldn't get a hold of them. So this truck was about 10 days late of arriving at my house, and I was sweating that I was never going to see it.
I bet. Yeah. It's beautiful. It really is.
I call it a driving project. I constantly work on stuff, and I still enjoy it. So.
I don't think you're giving your truck as much credit as I would. I think it's pretty darn nice. Anyway, let's get this thing back in Scott's garage, and then we'll go look at a crusty truck. Trust me, it's going to look sad after looking at this one.
But you got to save them.
But you got to save them. He's right.
You got to save them from returning to the earth.
That's right. We'll try to save this one. We'll be back. Here it is, folks. Right there. And the truck inspector general's going in. Going in. You know what we're doing. Oh, come on. Check it out. Do your thing. Do your thing. She's like, no, there's too much stuff out here, Dad. You got to go potty? Anyway, we'll be back. We've secured the truck, right, Scott?
Locked down.
Got a pretty good deal on it.
Locked down.
Taking her home.
Saving it.
We'll be back on the way home to go over it. We're going to get her loaded, get her out of here. Scott's got to go to work pretty soon. Got to empty the truck inspector general. We'll be back. Now back here potty in Anna, and I saw this. Is that legit? Is that a factory thing? 4x2 on a Ford F-250 Lariat? Anyway, I saw this square body back here. GMC Camper Special Sierra Grande. Still got its original hubcaps and stuff on it. Cab corners are solid. Let's see what the other side looks like. Not for me, mind you. There's the grill. Not for me, just in case somebody else wants to save one of these things. It's got a big old dent in the driver's side door, but this is not a rusty truck. Anyway, if anyone's looking for about a 76 or 7 GMC Sierra Grande, Rick at ClassicTruckRescue.com. I'll get hold of Jim, the guy I just got the GMC Suburban from. Lots of motorhomes out here. A lot of 440 engines sitting out here. These old Dodge motorhomes. That's what they put in them. I counted 3 of them on the way in. don't really see much else that's standing out. Oh, look at the old Celica. I bet somebody'd like to have that. Not me, but somebody. That's what we came for right there, folks. Locked it in, almost had a heart attack when we were pulling up. Another truck and trailer pulled up right before we did, and I cut them off and backed up to the gate. They weren't here for me. There's a old Boland's lawn tractor. I know a lot of my viewers are into the old lawn tractors. 2 Dodge motorhomes, probably got 440s in them. I'll be back. I got a truck to load, and I'm glad to be loading that one, folks. There's the rig we saw pulling in front of us. I was like, oh no, I missed my opportunity. You take that Subaru home. See ya. Bonus, yeah, the bed's rough. It needs some work. It's missing some stuff. The taillights were stolen. Scott and I found the cable retractor mechanisms in an old toolbox in the bed of the truck. It's got the latches on the inside, and this right here is unobtainium. I know they're being reproduced, but this is an original, and the only place they put this emblem this size and this style is on tailgates of one of the either 300 or 330 GMC Suburbans. So still have a few items to gather up, but I think I can fix this bed. I kind of like the rear tires. Well, not the tires, the wheels. They're extra wide, but they look like they'll accept a stock GMC hubcap for one of these. Does have the stainless or the trim on the front of the bed, which can be cleaned and re-chromed. It's got the rail chrome strips on the top of the bed. It's got the latches on the inside of the tailgate. You know, the more of that stuff that you can get when you go and get one, the better. Fenders are rough. It's got the original engine in it. It's froze up right now. Maybe I can unfreeze it. The front chrome, and this is my favorite part of a 55 and 56 GMC truck, is that front end with all that chrome on it. And it's got the splash pans on the bottom, which are getting hard to find. Those should be chrome as well. But anyway, thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
Good dude, helped me save a very rare truck, and we got it for a pretty sweet price, didn't we?
Yeah. And if anybody knows the story on my truck, I'm looking for the backstory. Somebody who put Le Mans taillights on an old 57.
Yeah, and when would that have been, you think, Scott?
80s, maybe.
Yeah, back in the 80s, if you took some Le Mans Aren't they the same on GTO too? The taillights?
Yeah.
I'd call them
66.
I'd call them GTO taillights.
Yeah.
If you put Le Mans or GTO taillights and Frenched them into the fenders on a 57 Chevy step-side short bed pickup, Rick at Classic Truck Rescue. If you got any information on Scott's truck, he's trying to learn a little more about it. But he helped us save a cool one today. And thank you, Scott. Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out. Oh, wait. Peace out. So, just a little closer look at the 55 GMC Suburban pickup, which is the equivalent of a 55 Chevy Cameo pickup, except this truck right here, the 1955 GMC Suburban pickup, was by far the rarest of all the Cameo style trucks ever made by General Motors. Nobody knows for sure because GMC did not keep real accurate records, but it's either 300 or 330 was the total number produced of this truck in 1955. This one also has the V8 and Hydromatic options on it, which probably makes it even rarer. Jamie's just getting home, so I'll finish this after she gets in. Alright, we're back. So, also on this truck, I can tell that it originally was turquoise, at least on the inside. I know that. Turquoise and white, I believe. There's ways of finding this stuff out, but being the door jambs have been painted black over turquoise, I would say that the interior was originally this color. Also, the steering wheel looks like it might have been that color. I kind of like the shift lever, the shift handle on there, but I do have the correct original ivory one. I'm glad this is still here. Those are getting really hard to find. Like I said, it did have a radio because the radio bezel is sitting over there by the glove box lid, and it's still got the original factory speaker up there. But back to that VIN tag. So the VIN is 1018P. That's short bed half ton, V8 for the 8, P for Pontiac, Michigan assembly plant, Y for the series, and then the 8314 is the production number. So it was the 8,314th truck made at the Pontiac plant that year. And as far as the cab, very solid up around the speaker, which is a common rust area for them, and also around the big back window. The door bottoms, believe it or not, are solid. The rockers are going to need to be replaced, at least on this side. I thought the other side looked pretty good. The floors don't look too bad. Might need a little work, but I don't see any gaping holes. Got the original factory seat. All the Hydromatic shift linkages there and still hooked up. Bonus on the GMC factory tachometer and the deluxe gauges. Correct original rearview mirror, optional passenger side sun visor. Pretty cool truck. Oh, also, this is something I've been wanting to show people. If you see a big gaping hole in the floor of a GMC truck, that's because it had a Hydromatic, and they assembled all that stuff on the steering column before they installed it in the truck. So you have those two plates, one on the left and one on the right, that unbolt to make a bigger hole for all that stuff to go through. Pretty cool truck. It has all of its original stainless trim for the big window cab and the windshield, and these ultra hard to find clips. I know they make them reproduction, but they just don't do the job that the original ones do. The original grill is actually in very good condition, and you can't tell because someone painted over it, but it's got its original splash pans. Now, if you really want to make one of these front ends pop, what you do is you chrome that one, because they did come chromed, and then the whole front 2/3 of the truck are just chrome beautifulness. My favorite front end treatment on any 1955 to 59, any truck. Just my personal opinion. That's just beautiful. It just is. Yep. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is actually the third 55 or 6 GMC Suburban Carrier that I've gotten my paws on. Maybe I'll walk over and show you the other two, but I did a video on the second one. I got most of the parts for it, but it was completely disassembled and missing every bit of the bed because the guy had taken the bed off of it and put it on a Chevy truck to make a Chevy Cameo, not knowing that the GMC version of the Cameo is much more rare than a Chevy version. But good news about this, it's got all the front trim on both sides for the bed. It's got the top trim pieces, got a crack right there, and someone stole the tail lights off of it. Now, if you look up on, I believe it's Wikipedia or something like that, where they say Chevy used the leftover 54 Chevy car tail lights to make the Cameo. No, they didn't. They're different. Wikipedia is not always right. Okay, so the bed's pretty complete, except it's missing the center section here. It was missing one bumper end, and I hate to admit it, but the other bumper end kind of got lost somewhere. And I'm not really sweating it because it was pretty mangled up and scraped up and all of that, and I've got to get one. So, but I think that these two inner pieces are rechromable and reusable. I've got to get the center section, and the on one of these there's a flip down panel right here. I believe it's flip down. Yeah, flip down panel right here. You take these two bolts out and you flip a panel down, and then there's a tub, fiberglass tub that goes in there that your spare tire slides up into. So I'll have to get that stuff. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be packing around a spare tire with this. And I've also done a little thinking. I mean, I have everything to put this back to bone stock, but I kind of like the way it's raked a little bit right now, and I was thinking about putting some regular skinny factory wheels on the front with the hubcaps and leaving these and putting the factory hubcaps on them, and maybe just putting like a wider white wall tire on there and skinny white walls on the front. I don't know. I do kind of like the way it sits though. Also, something I've often wondered about, and it's got all its bracing in there. I don't know if you can see it, all the correct original bracing. I don't know if you can see it, but something I suspected but just learned for sure is that the inner steel, so this part's fiberglass, this part's steel. This inner steel part is the same bedside as on a short bed Chevy pickup, and I've got some of those. I was a little upset because these were missing. They have to do with, there's reels that go up in there, or cables that go up in there that hold this tailgate up. One good thing, it has both of its chrome latches on the inside, and on a regular pickup you just had the chains that hooked here and rattled around and everything, but they had a real kind of a neat retractor thing going on here, and I saw these pieces missing that bolt to the tailgate itself, and I was bummed out. But my friend Scott and I opened up a toolbox, an old rusty toolbox that was in the back, and lo and behold, they're crusty and they're rusty, but they're both there. I'll be looking through this little box before we dispose of anything in there. That was a good find. And here's that radio bezel I was telling you about. Those are actually highly sought after, and that one is just to the point where if I get it cleaned up, it's not gonna, wow, it's actually pretty decent shit. I need to take that inside right now and clean it up. And here's the original ashtray, also not bad. We'll get that cleaned up too. It's got the deluxe heater controls. Anyway, back to the tailgate. Like I said, I've had a long time ago, and nobody ever saw it. Remember when we rescued those 8 trucks, honey, from Scio? I got one of these that was in pieces, and I've still got the cab, but everyone's talked me out of the rest of the truck. The one thing that I didn't get was any of the rear bumper stuff. And I didn't get this emblem, and the guy looked for that emblem forever, and I don't know if well, anyway, he looked for it forever, but it never found its way to me. They do reproduce this emblem now, but the reproduction ones don't have that GMC part number on the back. So to have a legit one on a legit, mostly complete truck is definitely a bonus.
Is this all extra?
No, this is factory. Oh, you know what I noticed too, honey? I suspected this, but if you look up in here, you see how the bed has those things that curl over? Same as a short step side bed, the metal inside part. This part right here, same as a regular pickup bed.
They just added the...
Yeah, I added the fiberglass on there. So, pretty good deal. Oh, I didn't show you guys the engine before. And I was wondering, I was kind of bummed out because it was missing the GMC and the Hydromatic emblem from the other side, but it does have the V8 emblem. And then I got looking at this, and that's probably the other GMC emblem. It's supposed to have a holder there. Jamie knows. It's supposed to have a holder there with a 100 emblem on it. So we've located the other GMC emblem. Not really a big deal because I do have quite a few of those. But the grill, yeah, in pretty good shape. Anyway, let's look under the hood. Can you hold this one?
What about these?
What about, oh yeah, definitely not factory. We'll have to repair the correct original sockets. So we'll get those taken out of there, get the correct bulbs in there, and you can get those lenses for that parking light bezel reproduction now, but you can't get the bezel itself. Nobody reproduces that. So get that fixed up. Here, honey, can you hold this while I pop the hood? Also, another little trivia thing for you. The only way you can tell the difference between a 55 GMC and a 56 GMC without looking at the VIN tag is that a 55, this piece right here is flat all the way back. And on a 56, they bent it in. It's got a dish to it because you can't get your finger in there to open up the hood. And if this has the correct grill bracket on there, you can't really get to it from behind, but you can on this one.
So how would you open it then?
Well, you can, but it's just really difficult. So that's why in 56 they bent this down a little bit. That's the only difference between the trucks. So it's crusty, and I haven't been able to get it to roll over. But this is the correct Pontiac built 288 cubic inch V8 that was an option on 55 GMC pickups. And somebody has gotten some finned aluminum valve covers, which I think might be staying on this truck. I haven't been able to get this engine to roll over yet, but if I do, I'll be using it. If I don't, I do have a couple of these engines that run really good. This right here is the control box for the correct original tachometer that I showed you earlier in the dash. Got all its correct bracing, correct radiator. Everything's just unmolested under here. I mean, this truck's got a couple little modifications on it. It's got a high performance exhaust system with cutouts on the mufflers. They're rotted out on the inside. Scott and I were calling them cutouts. That's weird. I've never seen that before.
What is that?
I don't know. I've never seen that on one of these trucks. Almost kind of looks like it belongs there, though. Maybe you had some kind of light there.
What's that thing right above it, to the left?
Oh, that is a light. Oh, look, and it's got a little limit switch on it.
Oh,
I wonder if that works. That's old, too. That's a glass lens on it.
Isn't that connected to that little thing on the... You were just wondering what it was?
No.
Oh.
That's pretty cool, though. I'd like to clean that up and leave it there. All right. What else? That's all we got to show you under here, folks. But everything's complete, and I bet this truck was running when it was parked.
But it's froze up now.
Well, I wasn't able to get it to turn over when we were there. Not that I tried real hard. Yeah, I'll have to work on it. Pull the plugs, put some mystery oil down it, let it sit. It's got both of its correct original horns, but one of them, with the correct brackets...
2 horns? Why 2
yes,
horns?
It was an option. It's called the high-low horn system. But one of them's supposed to be mounted over here. I don't know why they moved
So
it.
what, did they sound different?
They made a unique sound. One was high-pitched and one was low-pitched. How's that go? Another awesome feature that I like is the glass is actually in really good shape on this truck, and it's tinted. So whoever ordered this truck really pwned up. They bought the most expensive pickup truck that you could buy from General Motors that year, with the biggest engine and an automatic transmission and all the doodads. And I bet it was beautiful back in the day. Anyhow, like I said, I'm probably going to hang on to the rear wheels and leave the rake in it, put some skinnies on the front, slap some hubcaps on it, give it a bath, and go put it somewhere and park it under a tarp until my building's done, back on the building, and get some customers' vehicles tended to, and save this for probably my first build in my new building after I get everyone else taken care of. Classic Truck Rescue, thanks for watching. Peace out. Got the building all squared away where the trusses are out of danger and braced up and everything. Thought I'd just throw a video up real quick. Kind of been letting the mystery boxes pile up on us a little bit, huh? And this one is actually got delivered in December. And like I said, when I was working on the trusses out there, we'd just been busy for the last 3 months. But getting back on track, this is from Ron's Refurbished Equipment in Zion, Illinois, and he sent me a thing asking if I had got his box. Well, yeah, I got it right before we went to Illinois.
You said Illinois.
Illinois. I don't know what AFD 326 stands for, but you got a new cap for your head ski. And he sent me a note. I don't know if it's still in there. Oh no, actually he sent me an email. And here's the thing. If you send a mystery box, we don't open them until we're ready to do the video. Otherwise it's not a mystery box. But
What if it's something fire department 326?
that's what I was thinking. Anyway, Ron, let us know what AFD stands for. But he sent me a note with it that says, Jamie and Rick, just a few things from us here at RRE, Ron's Refurbished Equipment, in Zion, Illinois.
Thank you.
Thank you. AFD 326 hats, alcohol-fueled dragster 326.
Right on.
All right, question answered. Some small engine stuff and something that's just been sitting on a shelf gathering dust, along with a couple other items I thought might be useful if you have some Briggs starter motors, and I do. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too, Ron. Sorry we're a little late getting to your mystery box. Oh, it's a starter gear for a Briggs & Stratton engine. 2 starter gears. And I do actually have a couple of those. We've also got this is for splitting up. You put this on your air compressor or an air line, and then you put fittings right here so you can make like one line go to 3. I believe we have one of these on one of our. It just pops in with a coupler, and then you put the other quick couplers on right here. Thank you. That'll come in handy. We'll use that in the shop when we get that now.
What are you going to use that green thing for?
What green thing?
Under the bag.
Oh, what do you think? I'm gonna use that for cold beverages. When I have a beverage. That I know we'll use. Very cool.
Spotlight.
Yeah, we might put that on your little dude. Although yours has good headlights.
I'm sure you can just adorn the you-know-what out of yours. So it's just
I've got a set for all, you can't see him, but we got a new Kubota over there. Don't know if I'm going to call this one Yunkin. Yunkin met with a tragic end. We'll go into that later. This is for the wiring for this. I don't know, it looks like he pre-wired it. Very cool. Thank you. Nice little, hopefully 12-volt light there. Boy, it's just a smorgasbord in here. Oh, there's the dragster. That must be AFD 326 right there. Oh, it's a front engine dragster. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, 1200 horsepower.
I've got a stack of all the mystery boxes, honey.
That's cool.
That must be him building his shop. Our 3/4 ton refurbished Cheyenne. Pretty good looking 3/4 ton square body right there. Don't know if you can see that very well. But anyways, I keep all this stuff. Sent me a flash drive. What'd you do?
Come in handy.
It's a bracket for a
CB thing.
I think it's for a CB handle. And a fuel petcock. Petcock? Or pitcock? A fuel petcock. Thank you, Ron.
If you're a guy or a girl. If you're a girl, it's probably a petcock.
We got two brackets.
And if you're a guy, it's probably a pitcock. Just saying.
Jamie. Alright. So it's so thank you, Ron, for all the little goodies.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll put them on the shelf in the shop. That we'll use for sure. The light we'll use for sure. We'll probably use it all sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
I like that dragster too.
Red Fridays.
And here's his card. If you're in Illinois, not Illinois, and you need some refurbished equipment or your equipment refurbished, go see Ron at Ron's Refurbished Equipment. Thank you, Ron. And sorry it's late, but Merry Christmas.
Yeah, koozie.
Well, I might want to have a cold, refreshing beverage after we get done with this, honey. And I don't know if this is a mystery box or something that I ordered. But it's definitely addressed to me. Bay Lake Trail, North Las Vegas. Could be either way.
You ordered.
Could be either way. Thankfully, I can edit if it's not a mystery box. Last time we opened a mystery box, and we thought it was a mystery box, but it was actually something I had ordered. What was that?
Heater. Deluxe.
Oh, yeah, the deluxe heater control arms. Got some C4 explosives here. Well, that's what, you know, not that I know, but that's what it would look like. Holy cow. Oh, there we go. Oh, this isn't a mystery box. This is... So, you guys know I do product reviews, right? And I'm going to keep this real brief, but there's a company, and I'm not going to name the company yet, that sent me a product to test. And one of the they send me lighting products, and if you're watching this, I warned you, don't send me stuff that doesn't work, because I'll tell on you, right? But this company that we're going to leave unnamed right now sent me a really cool headlight, and I liked it. And what I liked about it was it was set up for rechargeable batteries. Problem is, they didn't send me any rechargeable batteries, and it had these hooky batteries, right, that were some weird size that I had to order off eBay from China. The batteries got here, I put them in the headlight, plugged it in, let it charge overnight, Nobody's home when I go to turn it on. The box that it came in, no instructions, and I'll be mentioning that in my product review. So I sent them a thing saying, well, I can do the product review now, or you can send me in some instructions or tell me if I'm just doing something wrong. But I bought the batteries for it, had them shipped here from China, put them in, charged it, and it's not working. The same company also sent me 2 new floodlights to put on my new tractor, because the problem with my tractor is when you turn the lights on and raise the bucket up just a little bit, which you have to do if you're going to drive it anywhere, you can't really see because it blocks the headlights. So I wanted to mount a couple of floodlights on my rollover protection bar so that it'll see over the bucket. But I'm not going to mount those lights if I can't get their headlight to work, because, well, maybe I will.
What's that?
This is
Something they sent you?
This is the wiring harness. Oh, I get it. Okay, so they sent me 1 light, and I thought it was 2. They've sent me the other light, and they're cool lights to put on my tractor, but I told them I wanted 1 for each side because I had an option of getting 1 big one, but I wanted 1 for each side for more light. So they sent me the other light and the harness, which is cool. So we're just going to wait on them until I get a response regarding the headlight, and then I'll do my review. But I am going to have to say in my review that they should let people know that it doesn't
work.
Well, I'll let them know that it doesn't work if I don't hear back from them. But I'll let them know also that it doesn't come with the batteries, so be prepared to pony up and buy some batteries. This is a mystery box right here, catching up on the mystery boxes. By the way, I'm really relieved, and Jamie knows this, about going out there and getting all my trusses set back upright and braced up and everything, because frankly I was a little concerned when we got back from San Antonio. I didn't run right out there and check on the building. I figured, oh, the building's there, it's going to stay there. Now you got to keep an eye on that stuff. This is from Sutton Mill Creek Syrup Company. I like syrup. Anyway, here's the letter. Oh no, I don't know. It looks like we got to tell a story now. All right. Sticky business, that's their slogan, the syrup company. Dear Rick and Jamie, I enjoy watching your channel. Keep up the good work. And of course, I get a kick out of the Inspector General. Annabella, where are you? Anna. You seen her lately? Okay. I wanted to send you a gift and hope you too enjoy it. If you like it, feel free to share with your subscribers. I enclose a letter that gives you all the info about the syrup. We hope y'all enjoy it. Sincerely, Bruce Palmer. Bruce and Beth Palmer are the owners and operators of the Sutton Mill Syrup Company. Here's their story. I'm going to have to sped read this, but I will read it. Sutton Mill Syrup Company. Our story. Sutton Mill Syrup Company. Sticky business. Our story. We are Bruce and Beth Palmer from Habersham County, Georgia. We discovered the wonderful flavor of hickory syrup when Beth went to an event. Annabella, leave it alone. Get over here. Don't be killing stuff during the mystery box thing. We instantly felt... Oh. Take 2. We discovered the wonderful flavor of hickory syrup when Beth went to an event and purchased a bottle for us and 1 for a gift. We instantly fell in love with it and didn't give the gift away. Used it ourselves. Just kidding, they didn't put that. We instantly fell in love with it, so as they say, that's all it took and we're hooked. Now we are producing this and other fine syrups by hand in small batches for your delight. Sutton Mill Creek is a line of unique syrups. We are the home of the original Southern hickory syrup, subtle and delicate, yet complex. This syrup has a nutty, sweet, yet slightly smoky flavor that goes great with any type of breakfast food, especially pancakes. Can be used in meat glazes, salmon, on ice cream, yogurt, and on barbecue, in barbecue sauces, or in baked goods. Anywhere you would use maple syrup or honey, you can substitute with hickory syrup. So syrup isn't just for breakfast anymore. You will be licking the last drop from your plate.
I wonder if they make a sugar-free version.
I don't know. Our hickory syrups are wild crafters. We forage for the bark here in Georgia and use only non-GMO cane sugar. The hickory syrups come in 5 flavors: original, southern hickory, pecan hickory, that's their top seller, bourbon hickory, hickory heat, syrup with a kick, toasted marshmallow hickory, and strawberry. I like strawberry.
Toasted marshmallow sounds good.
And strawberry syrup are also crafted with only raw, fresh ingredients. We use a time-tested recipe that has been used for hundreds of years. We make each batch by hand, and it is wild crafted from a mixture of hickory barks that are toasted, aged, filtered, and mixed with cane sugar to create an exquisite flavor that you won't want to miss. All made in the United States. God bless the United States. We would love it if you would try our syrup and share them with your subscribers. Well, I'll try it, but I'm not going to share any because once you open the bottle,
it's got to get their own.
Yeah, they got to get their own. So go to Sutton Mill
Creek.
Hold on. Sutton Mill Creek Syrup Company, and their phone number is 706-244-2863.
Do they have an email address?
They got all that, honey, but I gave the phone number, and I don't want to. Do you realize how many? Anna, leave it alone. Do you realize how many mystery boxes we're going to get if we start advertising for every?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wouldn't
okay.
that be fun?
All right, their fax number. You can also reach them on the interweb at suttonmillcreek@yahoo.com or www.suttonmillcreek.com. SUTTON Mill Creek.
And I'll do all kinds of keto reviews.
Jamie will do keto. Jamie's doing the keto thing, and she's been doing it for a long time. I'm very proud of her. I don't know how anyone can live off the stuff she eats. Ooh. 2 bottles. She's still not sharing it.
Well, guess what? You get it all to yourself.
Well, unless there's a sugar-free one. But, honey, I just read the process.
Pure
and
cane
I read
sugar.
the process, and it said sugar. So
I'll make you a keto pancake, and you can douse it with sugar syrup.
non-GMO, original. This is original flavor right here. Boy, it looks pure, doesn't it?
Pure.
Looks pure. This is a bourbon flavored. I'll get right to work on that one.
Stick your finger in there.
Doesn't it look good? Anyway, so that's it for the mystery boxes. Now, before it gets dark, thank you, by the way, Bruce and Beth from Sutton Mill Creek Syrup Company in Illinois, not Illinois. Okay, so we had a death in the family. Kidding, not really in the family, but our cars are like family to us, right?
And we had one die? What? What died?
The Dart.
Oh.
So apparently,
The Swinger.
yeah, 70 Dodge Dart Swinger, and I'm gonna go get McFly out of his hangar and take him over there while I still got some daylight and it's not windy because we've had some gnarly weather here lately. But I'm gonna go do a flyover. So the deal is I have 2 70 Dodge Darts. One of them's just a run-of-the-mill 6-cylinder car, but it's totally complete and very straight. It just had a little rust in the quarter panels. I also had a 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger B5 blue with the white vinyl top, and just solid, but it was just a shell, and I was planning on taking the 2 and making one. I've actually tried to sell both of the cars for what, a couple of years now. I've been trying to sell them, and I wasn't asking a lot of money for them. Just didn't get any takers. A lot of people asking about them, and I was asking, I think, $2,500 for both of them, which I think just the one complete car would be worth $2,500. But I'm gonna go do a flyby over them. If someone wants to pony up $2,000, you can take both of them. I have a clear title for the Swinger. Do not have the title for the 6-cylinder car, but the Swinger has its fender tag and all that, and it was a highly optioned, probably a really cool car.
I liked it.
Jamie liked it, but I'm gonna go do a flyby over those. It's the risk you take when you move a bunch of vehicles out to the middle of the woods. And another inspiration for me to get my building up, because a lot of the vehicles that are outside right now are parts rigs, and they just need to be taken apart, and it'll clean the property up, it'll get things more organized, it'll get the parts to people that need them, and I won't have to be Mr. Hoarder out here, because that's not our game plan, right? And we have sold a lot of vehicles over the last year that frankly I wouldn't have been inclined to sell, but my priorities have changed. I want to get my building up, I want to get Classic Truck Rescue in full swing, and I don't need to have 50 or 60 vehicles. I would like to have 10 vehicles, maybe 5 that I'm restoring and a couple that I'm taking apart for parts, and just keep the number way down there, maybe 10, you know. And but anyway, I'm gonna go get McFly, drag him out of his hangar, get him airborne, and let's go check out that. Okay, I think the only good thing, and it was a big tree, I think the only good thing about this is, say this is the car, and this is the front of the car, and this is the back of the car. The tree was right here and fell this away, and so it fell completely across the car lengthwise. And what I really liked about the car was the doors and the quarter panels for the other car. I'm hoping that those are still okay. I think they might be, because I was peeking through the bushes and I thought I saw the window glass still sitting up over there. But let's go take a look. Classic Truck Rescue, thank you for watching. As always, we appreciate all of our viewers. God bless you.
Gifts.
Yeah, thank you for the gifts, the mystery boxes. We love them. They're kind of fun to open up, right? And we just love all our viewers. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless America. Peace out. All right, Jamie and I couldn't wait. We had to pop the cap off one bottle and stick our pinkies in there. Pretty
That
good.
is yummy.
It's pretty good. Oh, it's very clean. It's nice.
It'd be good on some beans and some, like,
I gotta have me some French toast.
baked beans.
Peace out.